A man shared security footage taken from his backyard camera, and what it shows has left many viewers unsettled. In the clip, everything appears still, until the camera catches something strange on the swing set. A misty, translucent figure can be seen sitting on the swing. Its form faint and barely holding shape. It gently moves with the swing's motion, as if simply resting there. There's no wind, no bugs on the lens, and no objects placed on the swing that could explain the shape. Was it just fog or dust caught at the perfect angle? Or did something otherworldly decide to visit his backyard? A man shared security footage from his apartment dining room camera, which he mainly uses to keep an eye on his pets. But on this particular night, while he was out on a date at a local bar, he got a notification of movement at home. Nothing unusual. He assumed it was just the pets moving around. But when he opened the live feed, he heard a voice.
Transfer for general. No.
He couldn't make out what it was saying, but it was loud enough to be picked up by the mic, and it didn't sound like any of his neighbors, who are normally very hard to hear. He was so disturbed, he admitted he didn't want to go back home. There was no one in the apartment, just his pets, and whatever made that voice. In what seems like an ordinary drive through a busy intersection, one dashcam recording has left viewers completely puzzled. As the driver approaches the crossing, traffic flows normally, but then, in a split second, a vehicle suddenly appears in the middle of the intersection. There's no approach from any lane, no sign of it entering the frame. It's just there. Even the cars nearby don't seem to react right away, as if no one else saw it appear. But the dash cam clearly captures the moment a full-sized vehicle materializes from nowhere. There were no blind spots. No visual obstructions, just an open intersection and a sudden arrival. A homeowner reviewing their security camera footage late one night noticed something unsettling in the living room. They'd set the camera to keep an eye on their pet, nothing more. But in the silent darkness, the heavy rocking chair began to rock on its own. There were no windows open, no fans running, and no wind or storm outside that could have caused it. What's even stranger is how the chair leaned forward, as if something unseen had just stood up from it. The movement was deliberate and weighty, nothing like a random gust or vibration. Franco entered a long-abandoned house on the outskirts of town. An old two-story building that had been left to deteriorate after its last residents mysteriously disappeared.
It's locked and this one's open and there seems to be a bunch of chairs. And I got a lot of stuff in here the last time I was in here. What the hell was that? Listen. There it is. What is that? I can't see it, but you guys could see it. There it is. Where on the thermal imaging camera I had seen something passing by the door. But before... Hold on, I want to see what's back there. Something just moved the door.
He recorded the front door creaking open by itself, as though something was inviting him inside.
Did you move the door to get my attention? Is there anything you want to tell me? Now's the time to tell me. Somebody's water bottle. Hello? Door's moving again. Bro. This is the other side. What the fuck is that? I think I just saw something move again. Hold on. I'm gonna zoom in. That I wanted to be able to go into and explore. Again, I'm doing this completely all dark. And I just seen a flashlight or something that looked like passed by the window. I think I'm hearing something. I hear somebody singing.
He caught a glimpse of something or someone peeking through the window. Upon entering, he also picked up the unsettling sound of singing, whether from a person or something else.
It's coming from in here. Oh shit, that is so creepy.
The voices persisted, yet the source remained elusive. A man was enjoying a peaceful evening on his farm, admiring the sunset and the way the light spread beautifully across the clouds. He decided to pull out his phone and record the sky, just to capture the moment. But what he caught was something he never expected. For a split second, the footage shows a glitch-like distortion in the sky, almost like a tear or ripple in the air. It wasn't a bird, drone, or camera shake. It looked like a section of the sky briefly shifted, almost like a digital error in real life. The video shows a long wooden board mounted securely to the wall. He explains that it's screwed in tightly at the top, and there's no open window or airflow in the room, Both the window and the door are closed.
This one's getting about like 237 to like 255 FPS, which is definitely a little bit low. And of course, we have a new issue with this one.
Yet somehow, in the dead of night, the board begins to lift itself away from the wall, slowly, as if someone or something is pulling it outward, holding it in place, then letting it go. This wasn't the first time it happened either. He admits he's woken up to it multiple times now, each incident more intense than the last. A man, clearly on edge, began running through his home, recording with his phone after hearing a series of loud, unexplained bangs echoing through the house. He was completely alone, and the sounds didn't come from outside. They were coming from within the walls of the house itself.
There's actually something somebody or something happened. Oh, fucking. What is that sound? Oh shit! What the hell was that? Oh shit!
As he moved from room to room, doors creaked, the air felt heavy, and then another loud bang rang out, this time closer than before. There were no signs of forced entry, no pets, no one hiding, just the man, his camera, and something that seemed to be making its presence known in the most aggressive way possible. He later said he had no explanation for the sounds, and this wasn't the first time they'd happened. Was it just the house settling, or something haunting the halls of his home? Paranormal investigator Tim Morozov returned to a notorious haunted house, infamous for its eerie occurrences. Despite warnings from locals about strange noises, blood-chilling screams, and shadowy figures seen through the windows at night, Tim was undeterred.
Я знаю, что ты боишься меня. Ты прячешься от меня. Не бойся меня. Покажись мне. Покажись, демон. Не бойся меня.
He experienced a sudden, unseen force attack, capturing a glimpse of a dark entity.
Где ты? Ты боишься меня? Что это было? Что это?
Говорил, не боишься меня.
He filmed what appeared to be a shadow lunging toward him from behind.
Если я помогу тебе, ты уйдешь с этой квартиры. Что с фонарем?
He heard a dragging sound, and as he investigated, something moved right behind him. In a quiet store late at night, CCTV footage captured a moment that left both staff and viewers scratching their heads. An employee was walking through the aisle, going about their routine, when they moved toward a crate sitting on the floor, likely about to step over or on it. But just as they approached, the crate suddenly slid out of the way, all on its own. There was no one nearby, no broom, no string, and no reason for it to move. The employees stopped in their tracks, clearly startled, then looked around in confusion. The timing was too precise, as if something was trying to warn them or interfere. Subscribe to Top 5 Ghost for more scary content.